The stream is now live.
안녕하세요, Miss Lisa Kim. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hi, how are you? We have
Hi.
other 2 Rover Scouts coming in soon.
Yes. How are you? I'm very excited to meet you.
Good. I'm very, very excited to meet you too. Selamat malam, correct?
It's
Well,
evening in
Yeah,
here.
evening, right?
Yes.
It's evening here too.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
Good evening, Miss Lisa. Sorry, I'm only available now. 안녕하세요, Miss Lisa.
안녕하세요. No need to be sorry. You're absolutely
Yeah.
fine. We're very, very happy to be
Thank
here.
you so much. We're really glad to have you here today as the...
Yes. Sorry to interrupt you. Aro?
I'm Aryo.
Ario, sorry.
Yes,
Ario.
thank
Wonderful name. One of our Rover Scout, Yonggun Song is here. He is the team leader of our youth planning team for the 25th Rover Scout Jamboree. Yonggun, can you say hello to everyone?
Selamat malam.
We practiced
Actually,
for...
it's still
My name is
evening, so
Yonggun Song.
it's actually selamat sore.
Selamat sore.
Selamat sore.
Yeah.
I think I need to change my name.
We're really glad to have you here today.
And
It's
Rata
our
sir,
honor.
it's been quite a while to see you in such a long time. Very, very nice to see you again online, sir. Great honor
Hi.
to see you here, sir.
Yes, indeed.
안녕하세요.
Annyeonghaseyo. It is also a great honor for us to be with you in this web talk show. So
Very,
welcome
very
to Lisa and your 2 wonderful member of Korean Scout Association Rovers, Mr. Song, Mr. Jungkyun Song, and the other one. Who is the other one?
We have one other one coming in.
All
Her
right.
name is Honey Lee.
Honey.
Lee.
Ready
Honey.
here.
Coming in. Oh, she's here.
Okay.
She's here.
All right, Honey. 안녕하세요. Yes.
And I can see
So,
Mr. Simon Ree also here.
Mr. Simon Sick also with us already.
See. Welcome,
Oh,
Mr.
Lee.
Simon Ree, to our today
Mr.
event.
Lee.
Yes, Mr. Simon Lee is with us. 안녕하세요. 감사합니다.
안녕하세요. Selamat pagi.
Selamat sore.
Selamat
It's
sore,
afternoon.
Mr. Simon Ree.
Selamat datang. Sorry again.
Yes, welcome.
Selamat sore.
Welcome.
위원장님 안녕하십니까? 멀리서 인사드립니다. 김영균입니다.
아이, 반갑습니다. 수고 많습니다.
Oke. Dijelaskan aja film apa ini. Silahkan.
And this is our trailer, maybe you could say, of our organization.
Scout atau pramuka merupakan warga negara berusia muda yang berkarya. Misi yang dibawa oleh Scouting adalah untuk berkontribusi pada pendidikan kaum muda melalui sistem nilai berdasarkan janji dan kode kehormatan untuk membangun dunia yang lebih baik dan berperan dalam masyarakat. Berangkat dari misi tersebut, Gerakan Pramuka Universitas Indonesia berupaya untuk mewujudkan dunia yang lebih baik melalui aksi bersama. Pramuka UI memiliki sekretariat di Gedung Pusdiwa Lama, Ruang A112, Kampus UI Depok. Kami mengadakan latihan rutin setiap hari Sabtu. Sesuai nama, Kalpa Vriksha yang berarti pohon kehidupan, diharapkan Pramuka Sekar Kalpa Vriksha memberikan inspirasi manfaat bagi sekitarnya dan dapat terus tumbuh serta berkembang.
Pembentukan Pramuka UI telah ada sejak dekade 1960-an dengan dibentuknya Brigade Pelopor yang diprakarsai oleh Profesor Dr. Fuad Hasan. Organisasi inilah yang nantinya akan menjadi cikal bakal golongan Pandega di Indonesia. Beberapa tahun kemudian, Direktur Jenderal Perguruan Tinggi Departemen Pendidikan dan Budaya bersama Ketua Kornas Gerakan Pramuka menandatangani Surat Keputusan Bersama Nomor 054/1982 tentang petunjuk pelaksanaan gugus depan yang berpangkalan di perguruan tinggi. Hal inilah yang mendorong pimpinan UI mendukung usaha sekelompok mahasiswa UI di Rawamangun untuk membentuk suatu gugus depan di kampus UI. Perjalanan pembentukan ini tidak lepas dari usaha Indah Rimbawati, FS82, dan rekan yang menghubungi Keluarga Nasional dan Dr. Subdivyo Setio Broto agar usul pembentukan Pramuka UI dapat diterima oleh pimpinan universitas. Akhirnya, pada 28 Oktober 1983, diadakanlah peresmian gugus depan Jakarta Pusat 373/374 yang berpangkalan di Universitas Indonesia. Upacara pengukuhan Mabigus yang berlangsung pada tanggal 28 Oktober 1983 di ruang sidang Bank Dunia 9 Salemba dilakukan oleh Wali Kota Jakarta Pusat yang melantik Kepala Mabigus Profesor Dr. Nugroho Ketua. Setelah pengukuhan Mabigus tersebut, diadakanlah upacara penerimaan 44 anggota Pramuka UI yang dipimpin oleh K.H. Muntahar.
Umumnya, kegiatan Pramuka Pandega fokus pada 3 bina, yaitu Bina Diri, Bina Satuan, dan Bina Masyarakat. Bina Diri. Bina Diri dalam Pramuka UI dilakukan dalam kegiatan orientasi warga gugus
This
depan
is the more
dalam
recent one.
citra diri,
There's me, there's Kak Fadlan, there's Kak Brata.
kepanitiaan atau volunteering kegiatan dan
I think
tergabung
it was
dalam
a
dewan
year
kerja.
ago before the
Dari
pandemic.
Bina Diri, diharapkan pramuka dapat mengembangkan soft skill individu seperti kemampuan berkomunikasi dan public speaking, kerja sama tim, pemecahan masalah, kepemimpinan, memperoleh koneksi, dan lain-lain. Bina Satuan. Bina Satuan dalam Pramuka UI diwujudkan dalam 2 kegiatan, yaitu menjadi pembina atau pembantu pembina di pangkalan gerakan Pramuka dan arena Kalpa Vriksha. Melalui Bina Satuan, diharapkan Pramuka dapat mengembangkan soft skill berupa mengelola dan memanajemen organisasi,
Oh, this
inovasi,
one I remember
kreativitas,
that's the
dan
last
lain-lain.
event that I participated.
Bina Masyarakat. Bina Masyarakat dalam Pramuka UI diwujudkan melalui kemah bakti bakti sosial, dan proyek sosial. Melalui kegiatan ini, diharapkan pramuka dapat mengembangkan soft skill berupa peka terhadap sekitar, berpikir kritis, pemecahan masalah, membangun relasi, dan lain-lain.
Pencapaian Gerakan Pramuka UI. Delegasi Gerakan Pramuka Indonesia dalam ASEAN Scout Association for Regional Cooperation Meeting tahun 2016. Panitia Bidang Pengawasan, Penelitian, dan Evaluasi Jambore Nasional tahun 2016. Temu Karya Nasional Pramuka Pandega Perguruan Tinggi di UGM tahun 2016. Latihan Gabungan Nasional ke-9 di Makassar tahun 2017. Panitia Raimuna Nasional ke-9 tahun 2017. Panitia Fasilitasi Latihan Gabungan Nasional Saka Bakti Husada tahun 2018. Pembuatan buku Pedoman Umum dan Pedoman Orientasi Pembinaan Pamong Saka Bakti Husada bersama Saka Bakti Husada Nasional, FKMUI, dan Kementerian Kesehatan RI tahun 2018. Delegasi ASEAN Scout Association for Regional Cooperation dalam ASEAN Entities Forum tahun 2018. Delegasi ASEAN Scout Association for Regional Cooperation dalam perayaan Hari ASEAN ke-52 dan Persemian Gedung Baru Sekretariat ASEAN tahun 2019. Panitia Fasilitasi Perkemahan Bakti Nasional Saka Kalpataru dan Wanabakti tahun 2019.
Kebaikan dan melahirkan pribadi yang
Thank you all. Good luck to you, and I wish we may meet again. Thank you.
That is the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it.
Okay, before we start, allows me to speak to Mr. Simon and his Korean team. 안녕하세요. Welcome to Mr. Simon, Miss Lisa Kim, Miss Lihani, and Mr. I forgot his name. Okay. We are very happy to have you here. Allows me to explain that this event is not a national event. This is a troop event organized by University of Indonesia Rover Scouts. So the topics of this event is web talk show. We are going to talk with Mr. Justin Kim. I believe you all know who is Mr. Justin. So thanks for Mr. Justin. Today's event is meant to fill the timing before we broke the fasting, because we are now in the Ramadan fasting month, the holy Ramadan fasting month, starting from last week until the mid of May. So during the Ramadan months, the University of Indonesia Rover Scout organized this kind of events to fill the empty hours before we broke the fasting at 6 p.m. We invite several figures, several key peoples to speak and to give us knowledge on several topics. And this afternoon, we are very happy to have Mr. Justin. He would like to share about the preparation of World Scout Jamboree 2023 in Saint Mangum, as well as other things, including his professional expertise in helping Indonesia to cope with the peatland restoration in Jambi province. So that is the background of this event. So please apology if not, if you cannot find other national leaders in this event, because this is a troop event at the university level. So again, on behalf of national headquarters, I would like to express our thanks. I have reported this to Mr. Ahmad Rusdi, our international commissioners, about your coming, Mr. Simon Ree, and he sent regards. Unfortunately, he has another event at the same time. So please, let's allow the scout of the University of Indonesia to start this event. Okay, go ahead.
Hello
Silakan
everyone.
dimulai.
Hello. Hello everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat sore semuanya. Good afternoon everyone. Salam pramuka.
Sore Kak. Salam pramuka.
Salam sejahtera untuk kita semua ya. Welcome, selamat datang semua ke acara Ngabuburit ini dengan Mr. Justin Kim Yong Yun oleh Scout Kaprovincia University of Indonesia. Allow me to introduce myself. Perkenalkan, saya Rafazi Alanza Muhammad sebagai Master of Ceremony pada event Ngabuburit hari ini. Yang terhormat kakak-kakak pembina dan Mambigus Pramuka Universitas Indonesia. Yang saya hormati Mr. Simon Ree selaku Chief Commissioner of Korea South Scout Association, dan yang saya hormati Mr. Justin Kim Kyung Yun selaku pembicara kita pada hari ini. Saya hormati Lisa Kim selaku National Commissioner for Youth, dan yang saya hormati kakak-kakak andalan nasional daerah cabang dan ranting, dan yang saya hormati kakak-kakak pramuka Universitas Indonesia dan seluruh peserta Ngabuburit Koi episode pertama. Saya ucapkan terima kasih, I express my gratitude kepada semua participants yang menyempatkan untuk hadir pada acara hari ini. Saya ucapkan terima kasih pula kepada seluruh komite yang menggerakkan acara ini sampai terlaksana. Lalu akan ada opening speech dari Kak Kopi selaku Ketua Dewan Rasana Kapal Periksa Pramuka Universitas Indonesia. Untuk Kak Kopi dipersilahkan.
Baik, terima kasih Kak Zio. Annyeonghaseyo. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yang terhormat, kakak-kakak pembina dan Mabigus Pramuka Universitas Indonesia, yang saya hormati Mr. Justin Kim Hyung Yun. Annyeonghaseyo. Yang saya hormati kakak-kakak Pramuka Universitas Indonesia, dan yang saya hormati Mr. Simon Lee selaku Chief Commissioner of Korea Scout Association. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
Yang saya hormati Mrs. Lisa Kim selaku National Commissioner for Youth. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
Dan yang saya hormati kakak-kakak andalan nasional, daerah, cabang, dan ranting. Selain itu, kakak-kakak pramuka Universitas Indonesia dan seluruh peserta Ngabuburit Kui pada episode pertama kali ini. Saya ucapkan terima kasih kepada marilah kita panjatkan puji syukur atas kehadiran Tuhan Yang Maha Esa, sehingga pada hari ini kita dapat bertemu dalam acara Ngabuburit Kui bersama Mr. Justin Kim Yong-gyun atau National Commissioner of Korea atau andalan nasional pramuka Korea Selatan dalam keadaan sehat walafiat. Mohon izin untuk memperkenalkan diri. Saya Popitri sebagai Ketua Dewan Racana Stri Kalpa Friksa Pramuka Universitas Indonesia. Popi Imnida. Sebelum memasuki acara inti, marilah kita mengheningkan cipta sejenak untuk berdoa dan mengenang kakak pembina Nara Kalpa Friksa sekaligus guru besar FKUI, yaitu kakak almarhum Profesor Empu Kanoko dan kakak almarhum Profesor Anondo Wijarnarko sebagai anggota Mabigus Pramuka Universitas Indonesia dan dosen FTUI. Kakak almarhum Profesor Empu Kanoko dan kakak almarhum Anondo Wijarnarko meninggal dunia pada Jumat 23 April pada tahun 2021. Semoga amal ibadah almarhum diterima oleh Tuhan Yang Maha Kuasa. Let's do a moment of silence for our two senior scout advisors who passed away yesterday on Friday. Mengheningkan cipta, mulai. Mengheningkan cipta, selesai. Selanjutnya, saya ingin mengucapkan welcome our brothers and sisters from Korea Scout Troopers who joins our event today. 안녕하세요. Hopefully, on the next opportunity, we can work together and collaborate between Indonesian Rover and Korean Rovers. Kakak-kakak yang saya hormati dan saya cintai, Pramuka Universitas Indonesia telah mengalami sejarah yang panjang. Pramuka Universitas Indonesia terbentuk ketika mulai lahirnya Brigade Pelopor pada tahun 1960-an oleh almarhum Dr. Andes Fuad Hasan yang merupakan mantan Mendikbud RI. Kemudian, upacara peresmian gugus depan Gerakan Pramuka Universitas Indonesia diadakan pada 28 November 1983, sehingga Gudep UI resmi berdiri. Pramuka Universitas Indonesia menjadi pelopor lahirnya pramuka golongan Pandega di Indonesia. Ngabuburit Kui, episode pertama pada kali ini dibuka dengan pembicara yang luar biasa yaitu Mr. Justin Kim Yong-gyun atau Kakak Justin. Annyeonghaseyo Kak Justin. Tentu acara ini akan menjadi momen yang luar biasa bagi pramuka Indonesia, khususnya untuk pramuka Universitas Indonesia. Kita tahu bahwa tidak lama lagi, yaitu pada tahun 2023, nanti akan berlangsung Jambore Dunia di Korea Selatan. Melalui pemaparan dari Kakak Justin nanti, kita akan mengetahui lebih lanjut bagaimana persiapannya untuk menyambung kegiatan besar tersebut. Tentu saja kakak-kakak peserta dapat menyiapkan pertanyaan untuk Kak Justin tentang persiapan Jambore Dunia maupun tentang pramuka Korea itu sendiri. Ngabuburit Kui adalah rangkaian acara pramuka Sekar Kalpa Friksa Universitas Indonesia selama bulan Ramadan. Acara ini berupa diskusi santai dengan pembicara-pembicara yang luar biasa dari pramuka Indonesia maupun dari pramuka luar negeri. Selain menambah wawasan, diharapkan juga mendapatkan pengetahuan tentang seluk-beluk pelestarian hutan gambut di tanah air. Karena Kak Justin saat ini sedang berada di Indonesia dalam rangka kerjasama Kementerian Kehutanan Indonesia dan Korea Selatan untuk menangani kerusakan lahan gambut di Jambi. Kakak-kakak yang saya hormati, saya juga ingin mengucapkan banyak terima kasih kepada kakak-kakak pembina dan Mabigus yang telah mendukung dan membimbing kami dalam pelaksanaan kegiatan ini. Terima kasih juga saya sampaikan untuk Kak Bagus Takwin dan Kak Santi yang sudah meminjamkan Zoom link yang memungkinkan untuk 300 lebih peserta dalam acara hari ini. Terima kasih juga kepada kakak-kakak rekan kerja dan Dewan Racana yang sudah mempersiapkan acara ini dengan semaksimal mungkin. Terima kasih telah menyempatkan hadir untuk mengikuti acara ini, baik melalui meeting Zoom maupun YouTube Live. And thank you so much, Kakak Justin, und Mr. Simon Ri, und Mrs. Lisa Kim, and others Korean Scout Rovers for spending time with us and Korean Rovers as well. Hopefully, through this event, the relationship between Indonesian Scouts and Korean Scouts can continue. Sekian yang dapat saya sampaikan. Apabila salah kata, saya mohon maaf. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam Pramuka. Annyeonghaseyo.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih, thank you very much, Kak Popi, for the opening speech-nya. Sebelum melakukan opening event, alangkah sangat terhormat bagi kita untuk memulai acara ini dengan menyanyikan lagu kebangsaan kita, our national anthem of Indonesia, lagu Indonesia Raya. Diharapkan untuk para hadirin untuk tetap mute mikrofonnya. Lalu untuk pemutaran lagu kebangsaan dipersilakan. Oke, thank you very much atas pemutaran The National Anthem of Indonesia, lagu Indonesia Raya. After this, selanjutnya akan dibacakan Dasar Dharma Pramuka or Scout Law oleh Kak Suma. Untuk Kak Suma, saya persilahkan.
Dasar Dharma Pramuka, takwa kepada Tuhan Yang Maha Esa, cinta alam dan kasih sayang sesama manusia, patriot yang sopan dan kesatria, patuh dan suka bermusyawarah, rela menolong dan tabah, rajin terampil dan gembira, hemat cermat dan bersahaja, disiplin berani dan setia, bertanggung jawab dan dapat dipercaya, suci dalam pikiran, perkataan, dan perbuatan.
Baik, terima kasih atas pemaparan dasar dharmanya, Kak Suma. Lalu sebelum lanjut ke main event pada acara hari ini, saya akan membacakan beberapa rules and etiquettes. Yang pertama, semua participants diharapkan untuk mengaktifkan kameranya saat event berlangsung. Yang kedua, semua partisipan diharapkan untuk memute mikrofon saat event sedang berlangsung dan only diperbolehkan untuk unmute atas izin with the permission of the moderator. Lalu yang ketiga, all participant yang ingin bertanya, we have questions, dapat menggunakan feature raise hand atau mengetik, type in the pertanyaannya di kolom chat pada saat sesi Q&A, at the Q&A session. Yang terakhir, semua partisipan harus mengisi form registrasi. All the participants must fill in the registration form yang akan diberikan di kolom chat pada saat penghujung event. Lalu sekarang untuk memulai event yang telah ditunggu-tunggu, marilah kita sambut moderator pada acara hari ini untuk membawa materi. Ya, dan Kak Aryo, selaku moderator saya persilahkan.
Baik, terima kasih untuk Kak Pajio sebagai MC. Perkenankan saya untuk mengenalkan moderator, yaitu saya sendiri, nama saya Giana Ahlina, dan rekan pramuka saya.
Please allow me to introduce myself. I am Aryo Wirapradana, and I will be the co-moderator for today.
Kita mengenal dulu siapa speakernya, siapa yang akan berbicara pada hari sama Kim Hyung Gyun. Yes?
Yes, Gia, we can hear you.
Oke. Mohon maaf kakak-kakak, tadi sinyal saya sedang bermasalah. Jadi saya lanjutkan kembali. Tahukah kakak-kakak, kakak Kim ini, dia cukup fasih dalam berbahasa Indonesia dan bahasa Inggris. Pendidikan beliau adalah S1 di Chonam National University Korea, tahun 1996 hingga 2001. Beliau pernah bekerja di 4 perusahaan yang berbeda, salah satunya di Surabaya, Indonesia. Sekarang, beliau menjadi andalan nasional pramuka Korea Selatan, serta menjadi anggota kelompok kerja Jambore Dunia ke-25 di Korea Selatan yang akan dilaksanakan pada tahun 2023. Dan beliau menjadi bagian dari organisasi Pramuka Dunia. Beliau juga melakukan program kerjasama antara Korea dan Indonesia dengan fokusnya untuk membenahi hutan gambut di Indonesia. Sepertinya perkenalan untuk Kak Kim sudah cukup. Maka dari itu, saya serahkan kepada Kak Aryo selaku co-moderator.
Okay, thank you, Gia. Before we start Mr. Justin's presentation, I would like to give an opportunity to our honorable guest, Mr. Simon Ree. Mr. Simon Ree, would you like to give us some words to our today's event?
안녕하세요. Ramadan Mubarak to everybody. Selamat sore.
Selamat sore, Mr. Simon.
Sore.
Okay, I'm very much appreciate the
ini sebagai Kakuarnas Korea Selatan.
I'm very much appreciate all of your passion to carry on this scouting under the pandemic situation, especially the Ramadan period. And yes, you want to translate? You want to translate
I don't think
Yeah, I will make a very short one. Today, I'm happy to see that all of your troop invite our Justin Kim to understand about the 25th World Scout Jamboree in 2023. So I pray all the good luck to the Scout Indonesia and enjoy this presentation. And most importantly, come to Korea and join this World Scout Jamboree. Thank you. Terima kasih.
Thank you, Mr. Simon Ree, for your
Hamida.
remarks. Untuk saya beri rangkuman, Mr. Simon Ree sangat mengapresiasi acara kita pada hari ini dan kita diminta untuk enjoy. We are asked to enjoy today's event, and most importantly, don't forget to come to Korea for the 2023 Jamboree. Jangan lupa untuk datang ke Korea untuk Jamboree tahun 2023. Thank you, Mr. Simon Ree. Okay, now we can finally start our main events, our main attraction to Mr. Justin. Please, the stage is yours now.
Thank you very much. Selamat sore.
Selamat sore.
Everybody. Yeah, 안녕하세요. Yeah.
안녕하세요.
I'm very happy to have a chance to introduce about Korea and World Jamboree that we are preparing right now in Korea, and also some project what we are Korean central government is doing in Jambi for the restoration of the pit land. So thank you very much for Mr. Brat and all the people from the UE Scout to give me the chance to introduce of this. And most of all, I'm very honored. It's great honor that we can have our chief commissioner from Korea Scout Association, Mr. Simon Ree. He is one of the most expert scout leader for international event. And then basically, as Mr. Brad told to you, this one is like troop level, but we also have the former World Scout Committee chairperson here. So it's a really great honor for that. Thank you very much once again, Mr. Simon Ree. And we have a few rovers from Korea Scout Association. So before I start my presentation, Mr. Lisa, if you're available, please introduce yourself and our rovers, and then I'm gonna give you. This is my time, so I can give you some time for you to sing a song or dance something. So please introduce yourself and then our team member to Indonesian Scout, please.
안녕하세요. I would very much to sing song here or do everything, engage with everyone here. I just wish that we had more time, but today it's time for Justin. So I'll quickly introduce you to our youth planning team of the 25th World Scout Jamboree. So we have Yonggun, who is the team leader. So Yonggun, could you take it away from here for me?
Hello, my name is Yonggun Song, just call me Song, and I'm the leader of the youth playing team for the 2023 World Scout Jamboree in Saemangeum. Nice to meet you guys, and it's very nervous.
Don't worry, Mr. Yonggun. He's something.
You know, he's nicer looking in person, so you have to come to Korea to see him. And we have Hani Lee. Hani, could you say hello to everyone? Where is she?
Hi.
She's also a bit nervous, I guess. Can you introduce yourself to everyone?
I'm Hani Lee of Youth Planning Team.
She speaks very fluent in Korean, so if you learn Korean, you'll be able to speak to her, and she looks so beautiful in person, and that's why you have
I can see that. I can see that, Miss Lisa.
You can already see that, right?
Yes.
Ariel, you can see that, yes. Yeah, but after this meeting, we can engage through Instagram, Facebook, any other means. So we're, if you could just allow me to share just one slide. Can you all see? So this is our Instagram, and we have been introducing Cloud Team, and we'll be introducing every team members from next week. You can please follow us here, and you'll be able to get updates on our Jamboree, our youth planning team members, and everybody. And please drop your ideas through Dreamseed as well. You can drop your Jamboree ideas, anything else that you like to share with us to the Jamboree organizing community. And here, Mr. Simon Ree would be looking at all your ideas, and he'll be able to pick up your ideas. And so is Justin. So you can drop your ideas. It is very, very nice to see all of you, and I really wish that we can continue engaging. Thank you so much for this opportunity, Brata Sir, and everybody, every Young Rover Scouts, and thank you, Justin, for inviting us. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Lisa. Oh, go ahead.
Terima kasih.
Ya, sama-sama, Miss Lisa. You're welcome.
Terima kasih.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Lisa. And then, if you are asking me what we are doing for the World Jamboree in Korea, is exactly this is what we are doing in Korea. Yeah, our young rovers, they are preparing World Jamboree under the guide from our Chief Commissioner, Mr. Simon Ree, and also some young leaders like aged 40 something. We give some like a physical assistance to them. So that is what we are exactly doing in Korea. But at the same time, we need a lot of the support and the idea from not only Indonesia but also whole around the world. But Indonesia, one of the most brilliant troop in robot troop in Indonesia is, I believe, the UE troop. So you guys can give me the good idea, and then we're gonna make it implement in the World Jamboree in Korea. Okay, let's start with a short video clip about the World Jamboree we are preparing in Korea. Let me share the screen.
Nice and clear.
Oye, Sumi, estoy aquí leyendo.
This is the nature of the Korea and culture of the Korea that you can enjoy it during the World Jamboree in Korea.
It's really beautiful.
The province Jeonbuk is quite famous for the Korean traditional culture, including food and housing, traditional singing, something. So this province, we have a Jamboree site.
Oye, Sumi, estoy...
Every morning,
this is Jamboree site that we will, Jamboree venue that we will have right hand side here.
Pay the money take the train, have some
And all the
patience.
scouts, they have their own
Well,
idea
every
of our
night I'm
jamboree.
flying to my friends. I have so many kinds,
Give your
different
own
types
idea
of
for jamboree to us.
combination. Every train, people trying to take off.
They can be the seed
The
of your dream.
topics and self-talkings are in everywhere.
During the jamboree,
Well, every
we can
time I'm
roll our
flying
dream.
with my friends, we
scout
are so full of fun.
side.
No one could never ever land alone. So I have smart friend, extra kind friend, an understanding, very thoughtful friend. International means friend, no friend, an orangey, banana, apple friend.
And all the leaders,
I had a dream with a dream, dream, dream with a dream, dream, dream with a dream. I'm dreaming every night. I had a dream with a dream, dream, dream with a dream, dream, dream with a dream. Will you come and dream with me? My dream.
Grow your dreams.
our dream is our theme.
Oye, Sumi.
Sorry.
Oye, Sumi, estoy aquí leyendo una revista sobre la Jamboree y hay algo que no entiendo. Sonyan derege burora, en coreano, ¿qué significa?
Well, it means ask the boy. Do you know the concept?
Pues sí, claro, es lo que siempre decía Baden-Powell, pero ¿qué es el vínculo con la Jamboree?
We want to ask the scouts from all over the world to draw their dreams. And their dream will come true with the Korean technology. They will see a brand new future. And that's the concept of our smart jamboree.
That's a
Look at
concept
this.
of our smart jamboree. Look at this. So as you might know, Korea is Korea IT technology is quite well developed, and we have good technology to show to the world. And we would like to formalize that kind of technology to the young jamboree participants during our jamboree, using the new equipment and devices.
That is very futuristic. I like it already.
The virtual reality equipment. Gonna be used our jamboree activities.
Arno, are you okay?
Oui, oui, attends. Donc si je suis parti de là et que j'ai marché 3 km nord-nord-est, je devrais
It's
être là.
Spanish, right?
Why don't you use the beacon app?
The beacon app, ça sert à quoi?
It tells you where you are and what is close to you, such as showers, restroom, and sub-camp. You can also know where the available activities are. You can even get the useful information like the middle of the day. Don't you think it would be a great device for the Jamboree?
Ça a l'air
We
vraiment
have
intéressant.
now 106 participants from the
Very good.
359 that is already registered.
So not only for the activities, but also using the application, Jamboree application during our Jamboree, we can get enough most of information through the application. So you click one, so you can get information about the meal plan, activities, even though it will help you to find the toilet Jamboree site. So through this technology, we will give you a new idea and activities to the Jamboree participant.
Alright, Mr. Justin, before we continue, I would like to update that we already have 106 participants already joining us today.
What I can see is 107.
And maybe even more on YouTube. Actually, I can see it right now, but there's probably even more. So please continue, Mr. Justin.
So through this technology and devices, we can show you the future of our Scout event, and then with your idea, as I told you, we will collect your idea and then we will make it. We will implement all of your idea as much as possible through our Jamboree. This is the Jamboree site. As you see, behind the Jamboree site, there is a mountain area and some local villages here. And in front of the Jamboree site, there is a beach, very pretty beach. And then through the Jamboree site, there is some streams and rivers too. So we can enjoy all kinds of activities in the Jamboree site too. And every night we will have our own activities in each sub camp. And this is the sub camp that we are designing right now. And then to avoid the very like a strong sunshine, we will make it this kinds of tunnels to avoid the strong sunshine. And then under this tunnel, you can swap your patches, and then you can hang out with your friends, sing a song. A lot of activities gonna be organized under these tunnels.
Oh, so this is a green tunnels.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
And this is the sea, like ocean nearby our Jamboree site, very near. And this is a mountain area from our Jamboree site. It takes only 30 minutes to reach this kinds of the attractive point. And also, we can enjoy the fantastic adventures, including the mountain biking and canoeing also. And all of this activity venue is very near from our Jamboree site. At the top of the map, that there is orange color site is a Jamboree site, and then this small spot is the activity area that you can enjoy. Most of this area you can reach by bus in 30 minutes. And then we have a new highway from the airport to the Jamboree site, and also have a new port. And there is a high-speed railway from Seoul to the Jamboree site too. So everybody,
so many new things.
Yeah, I would like to see all of you in the Jamboree site in 2023.
Hey, Mr. Justin, before we continue, what's the difference between this Jamboree and the previous one?
Previous one and this one?
Yes, and this one.
You should let me know earlier before you ask that kinds of very difficult questions.
Yeah, I'm really. I know it's kind of difficult. I don't have any way to make it easier. Maybe what's the most unique things here? Maybe.
Can I make an answer for
we
the
have
first one?
our chief commissioner here, Mr. Simon Ree. So would like to get some help from Mr. Simon Ree, please.
Okay, the many things will be different, but first thing, the previous Jamboree, the West Virginia Jamboree site is huge, and they have a mountain, and you should go up and down and walking around. It takes usually 1 or 2 hours from moving one activity to the other activity. But our Jamboree site is flat, completely flat. So the moving of the Jamboree site is no problem. and also we will have a electric bus, shuttle bus. So you can hop on and off anywhere. So if you are feeling tired, you just hop on to the bus, and you are feeling it's too hot, you just running into that green shade, the shade area. So this Jamboree site will be participant convenient facilities. That is the first difference. And second, another difference is this Jamboree is learning by all global team, including Indonesia. So the management is global resources. Global team will be operated, and more importantly, more young people get involved to learning of this Jamboree. So always young people, at least under the 30 years old, they will be a learning force of this Jamboree. So they will be always in front. So that too is different. And the last one, this Jamboree program is, we want to get it from the global resources, means including Indonesia and everywhere. We want to receive your idea. Your ideas will be selected by the young planning team, and that will be selected item will be implemented into the Jamboree. That means your idea, your dream is coming to the Jamboree, that is become true for you. That means through this Jamboree, your dream become true. These three things I want to tell you now. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Simon Ray.
Thank you, Mr. Simon.
Is there any more questions or some more things you need to ask about the World Scout Jamboree?
Oh, I see a very interesting question here in the chat box. Will there be any performance from K-pop idols?
K-pop idol in.
Yeah.
Actually, we have our own Scout ambassador also, but during the World Jamboree, I believe we should invite some K-pop idols to our Jamboree site. Can I have some updated news from the Korea, Mr. Simon Reeser, about that issue?
Okay. Who do you want this time? It should be BTS. Am I correct? Everyone wants BTS on Jamboree. But in 2023, no one sure about that BTS will be your dream or not. So, world famous team should be on stage. Don't worry about that. So we should feel your request. So don't worry about that.
Actually, that one is my dream also, so don't worry about that too much.
Yeah, that is a very exciting news there, Mr. Simon Ree. Thank you.
Anything else from the chat box?
Okay. How's the pandemic situation in Korea?
Pandemic situation.
Yes.
Maybe Lisa, do you have some details about that one?
How is the pandemic? So just like the pandemic situations worldwide, it is fluctuating, but I guess we're definitely doing okay at this moment because the trainings and every scouting events are starting again. For example, May 1st to 2nd, we're going to be having our MOP trainings for the leaders again. So we're definitely doing okay. So by the time in 2023, we just hope that everything settles down globally so that everyone can join us in Korea.
Personally, last year it was quite difficult to get into the Indonesia as a Korean passport holder. But since April of this year, it's a little bit easier to get into the Indonesia and to go to the Korea, even because the Indonesia also started to get vaccinated right now. the Korea is a little bit better. I hope the end of this year, maybe we can go and come very without any problem. But what I heard is from the next July, the schools in Jakarta are gonna be open for the physical classes, right?
Yes, I believe it is a blended class, so physical
So
class with limited capacity.
So everything is getting better, but at the same time, we need to we will give we will pay very big attention to avoid any like a hidden problem regarding the COVID-19, especially in the Scout movement, and when we prepare the World Jamboree in Korea. We will have a very big support from the Korean central government, so probably it's gonna be not a big deal before the World Jamboree begun. Okay.
See, we have another question in the chat box.
Okay.
Maybe one is Gea. Would you like to go first, Gea? Gea duluan deh.
Yes. Yang di chatbox.
Yang itu dulu. Airfare.
Oh, how about the airfare in
2023?
Yes.
Airfare.
Yeah, because
Yes.
it's pretty expensive.
Yes.
The cost
Wait.
transportation.
Can I ask some details about that issue, Mr. Simon Reed, sir?
Yes. Before answer to you about the airfare, our registration fee for this 2023 World Scout Jamboree for Indonesia is just only $100. This is even cheaper than you are attending regional Scout Jamboree. So just $100 for the Indonesia. Okay, regarding airfare, at the moment, no one's sure about that, but it should be when you use the Air Asia from Indonesia to Korea, or you can change the plane from the either Singapore or Malaysia or Philippines. So you can still enjoy the Air Asia special fare. So at the moment, we cannot answer to you, but this price is one of the cheapest airfare in the world. So this time, your next Jamboree, 2023 World Scout Jamboree, is the most economical the chance to participate the World Scout Jamboree. So don't miss this chance. Anybody cannot wait for the 2023. We have another trial Jamboree, pre-World Jamboree in 2022, same time. So you can try in 2022 as well. Thank you.
Hey,
to add some more, actually, we provide the camping equipment when you arrive to Korea for the Jamboree. So you don't need to bring a lot of luggages from your own country to Korea. So if you use the Air Asia, based on my experience last year, it's only like 3 million rupiah only from Surabaya to Korea round trip ticket, as long as we can make earlier arrangement. So if you reduce your luggage, I highly recommend to use the low cost carrier to come to Korea, and then we will welcome you at the airport, and then your camping equipment to welcome you in Jamboree site.
Hey, thank you for the answer there. One last question before we continue the material.
Next country.
How can we join the
Jamboree?
Jamboree? How do we register?
The registration guide will send to your MSO, and then your MSO will give the guideline to get the application from the scout in Indonesia. So anyway, we will issue the some bulletin news. Is it?
I think Lisa can make an answer for this.
Yeah, Lisa is Lisa. You are working on it, right?
Yeah, I can definitely share you the bulletin, the very first bulletin that was published. And I will share you the link where you can see them. You can either go online to World Scout Bureau's official website, or you can come to our World Scout Jamboree website. And there we provide bulletins. And inside the bulletin, you can check out whether you can apply. Because since you're Rover Scouts, you're probably eligible to apply as ISTs, International Service Team, or as a unit leader or CMT. But I'm thinking it would be really nice to see many of you participate as International Service Team. So I'll share that link at our chat room. And also there was Nazia Ariza asking about whether or not we can have large scale of camps. So in case of that, we will be having, camps physically, of course, during 2023. However, there is a concept that might come in handy for you, which is Join in Jamboree, which is a jamboree that you can join in online. So even if you're not there physically, you can also be part of the jamboree by the concept of joining jamboree. But it's not going to be as exciting as, if you can come to Korea. And since Indonesia, we're like so close. So it'd be very nice to have all of you over to Korea. But all of that information, I'll share them in our chat room. So no worries.
Thank you, Miss Lisa. And then the guideline to register for the World Jamboree to Korea, I highly recommend you to pay attention to your guideline or announcement from your NSO first. So anyway, we will give the full information and details to your NSO, and your NSO will make announcement to all the members in Indonesia.
Can I repeat again what Justin is explained to you? Coming to the Korea, the registration is through the NSO, but coming to the Korea, you will use the Incheon International Airport. So once you arrive to Incheon International Airport, we will provide the chartered bus to you. So from the Incheon Airport to the Jamboree side, you will use the 3 hours riding the bus. So what you pay yourself for the Jamboree is airfare only. All inland transportation, we will take charge of that. And once you arrive to the Jamboree side, all the tent and cooking facilities and other the heavy things, Jamboree host committee are providing for you. So you just bring in your personal belonging. That means you can try to reduce the 15 kilogram for your personal things. That means still you can try to use this low-cost carrier, the Air Asia. So this is the one more reminder to everyone. So don't miss the chance. Come to Korea.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Simon Ree. I'm very excited now because of your explanation. Please let me give a short summary for this session. I will translate it in Indonesia. Jamboree dunia di 2023 di Korea nanti akan dibuat sangat nyaman. It is very convenient there. Tempatnya itu flat, datar, dan banyak tempat-tempat kegiatan yang dekat sama situ. Jadi it's flat and it's close to many activity center. Also it is prepared by an all global team. Jadi tim panitianya dari global, termasuk salah satunya di Indonesia, yang banyak orang muda di situ. Many young people participated. Also the Jamboree will receive external ideas, will receive ideas from other participants, I believe, yes. Jadi akan menerima ide dari luar untuk kemudian diterapkan di Jamboree. Untuk peralatan sudah dipersiapkan di sana, jadi tidak perlu bawa banyak-banyak barang. Equipment is already prepared. The airfare cost, Mr. Justin said, it is probably around 3 million to Korea using Air Asia low fare aircraft. Also for the registration, it will be given to NSO, akan diberikan ke Kuarnas untuk kemudian lanjutkan lagi ke unit-unit pramuka di bawahnya. Lalu dari bandara Incheon International Airport akan dijemput ke situs lokasi menggunakan shuttle bus. It will be shuttled from Incheon International Airport using shuttle bus. Okay, that is my summary to the Korean Rover Scout. Would you like to add anything else before we move on?
Okay, so whenever I join any international event in Scout movement, it reminds my first international World Jamboree participating in 1997 in Sarak in Korea. I was 15 years old during that time. The first international friend that I met in my whole life is Indonesian Scout. Once I arrived to my campsite, I took off from the buses, and in front of my bus there was a Indonesian contingent camp, and then that was the first view and the first image that I see the international scout event. Right after that, almost 10 days, I need to hang out with the Indonesian scout every morning, every night. And then every morning I need to listen the Indonesian anthem because of the Indonesian Scout ceremony. it made me wake up a little bit earlier in the morning at that time. Actually, that is the first image about Indonesia and the International Scout and about the World Jamboree. And then from there, the experience, probably I'm here today. I'm still working in Indonesia. So I want to give that kind of experience to the Indonesian Scout in Korea again in 2023 through the World Jamboree. So please come to the Korea and then enjoy yourself with the Korean Scout and other international Scout in our Jamboree site. Thank you.
That is a very interesting story, Mr. Justin. That sounds really lovely too, meeting an international friends the first time in your whole life. Wow. Okay.
So if there is another question about our Jamboree or Korea Scout Association, maybe you can leave the questions on the chatting box again, and then we can move to the another agenda. Can we?
Yes, sorry for that, Mr. Justin. Yes, untuk pada peserta, jika punya pertanyaan lebih lanjut tentang Jamboree 2023, bisa ditulis pertanyaannya di chat box untuk kemudian ditanyakan di sesi Q&A selanjutnya.
Ayo kakak-kakak, jangan malu-malu. Jika ada yang kurang jelas, bisa ditanyakan biar lebih jelas dan tidak merasa sia-sia. Kalian bisa langsung ditanyakan kepada yang lebih tahu.
It's a great chance today because we have our chief commissioner here, and we have a Lisa here, and our planning team members here, so we can give you the right answer right away to you today.
Okay,
okay. If your time is allowed, can I explain about the before or after the Jamboree, the time? That means, so our Jamboree is starting from 1st of August, the World Cup Day, to the 12 days until 12th. But before the Jamboree or after the Jamboree, I think I better suggest to all of you to make little more time for 2 days or even 4 or 5 days to go to the Seoul or even DMZ area, that is the border between North and South Korea, or any other very traditional place, the Korean culture you can enjoy. those areas, you can visit there. So please discuss with your team or your NSO or your troop to make a plan for visiting some other areas. Another suggestion to you is maybe you can spare the time to learn of the Korean K-pop or how to make a Korean food or how can you make a Korean costume and wear the Korean costume and go around the Seoul city. This kind of program, you can try to have an experience. So this kind of thing, we will guide you step by step. So these all information, just only for the sightseeing or learning of the Taekwondo or K-pop or visiting very special place, we will provide for you all the program with the economic cost. Then you can discuss with your team or your contingent to have a plan to enjoy these programs, enjoy the Korea before or after the Jamboree. So don't miss this chance. 2023 is your time in Korea. Thank you. Terima kasih.
Thank you so much, Mr. Simon Ree. That is a very
Thank you,
exciting.
Mr. Simon Lee.
Okay, I believe we could continue first, Mr. Justin, and then we could continue the discussion later.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Arya. If you allow me, I would like to introduce about our Korean Indonesian Forest Center and what we are doing here right now. Can I move on?
Yes.
Yes, please. Also, we still have a lot of time. There's still an hour remaining, so don't worry.
Okay.
There's still many time to discuss many things.
All right. Can you see the new?
Yes, I can see it.
Yes, I can
Okay.
see.
You can see Korea Indonesia Forest Center. Now working in a Korea Indonesian Forest Center as our project manager right now. So if we think about the cooperation between Korea and Indonesia in forestry, it was started in 1968. Actually, 1967, Korea and Indonesia, we had a diplomatic relationship. So before the diplomatic relationship, we already started some cooperation between Korea and Indonesia in forestry business area. So that is the beginning of our cooperation, since 1968. And then finally, 2011, Korea Forest Service and Ministry of how do you call it? Kementerian Lingkungan Hidup dan Kehutanan Indonesia
Yes.
agreed to have a Korea Indonesia Forest Center in Manggala Wanabakti, their ministry building. So actually Korea Indonesia Forest Center belongs to the Korean central government. At the same time, it belongs to the Indonesian central government too. So as you see, they did the opening ceremony of the Korea Indonesian Forest Center exactly 10 years ago. So this year is our 10th anniversary in Korea. The left-hand side, the speaker is the Mr. Park Jong-ho. He is just finished his term as a minister in Korea Forest Service. So during that time, he was the director in the Korea Forest Service, and he came here to the Indonesia to for the opening ceremony. So this is our office, and as I told you, we are in Mangala Wanabakti, the Ministry of the Environment and Forestry in Indonesia. In Indonesia, we call it HLHK. And then the first picture is our team member. And you can find myself, right? This one is my...
Oh, yeah, I can see it. The second from the right.
arrow?
Yes. Yeah, I can see.
Okay. So one thing I want to introduce to you is we have 2 interns right now in our office. Indonesian intern. They are almost they are like a junior in the college, and then they are working in our office as an intern. At the same time, now we have one Korean intern from Korea work together. So these 3 interns are our our energy, our battery in our office. They work very hard, and at the same time they get a very good experience together. And our office would like to provide more chances to the Indonesian students, college students, and Korean college students to have experience in this cooperation project. So right now we have 3 Korean staffs and 5 Korean staff to work together in our office. The Rumpin, we have a nursery center in Rumpin, and then it was built around 10 years ago, and then handed over to our center to take care of it. Now we hand it over again to the Indonesian government, and there is a lot of equipment for the nurturing system. And then finally, last year, the President Jokowi and then the Minister of the Kaheraka, Ibu City, visited our Rumpin Seed Nursery Center to check it, and they would like to use this nursery center as a model of the nursery center in Indonesian government. So they have a plan to build 7 more nursery center in whole of Indonesia. The Sentul Anchor Tourism Center is also our project, and then it was built in the 2015. Even now in a pandemic, as you might know, a lot of people hang out at the center area, and they are coming to our center also. And then we have a dormitory, and we have a villa also there. I suggest Indonesian Scout to visit this place to use equipment there. I believe the dormitory probably they can provide food also there. Yeah, there is a step around 7 steps in the kitchen, so you can order the breakfast and lunch and dinner too. And then whenever you have some workshop or you can visit there to use the equipment, the facilities, and also you can enjoy the camping there. There is a camping area too. So this one is built by the Korean central government under our office of operation. So you can visit. If you need some more details about this center later, you can give me. You can ask me, and then I will give you the contact point to how to reach there. Actually, the local scout, they often come to this area to have their own event. And then we had some project a few 10 years ago, and we built the FMU, Forest Management Unit there. And the Lombok also, we built the ecotourism park, the beautiful place here. And then the swimming pool was just built the last year. And then Jambi Peatland Restoration Project. This is the project that I am handling right now. And then this is the protected gambut area in Jambi province. And this is the picture of there. Beautiful place there. And then from next year, we will make a forest fire management project in South Sumatra, in the Palembang area. So in Korea right now, we have a new southern policy in our diplomatic area. So we pay very big attention to those countries, but especially to the Indonesia. And then I know that the Indonesian government want to move the Ibu Kota, capital city, to the Kalimantan. So we also will do cooperation project in the Kalimantan area. And then post COVID-19, I believe that a lot of Indonesian young people, they will hang out. They want to enjoy outdoor activities on the in the forest. So we need to pay more attention for that industry. So this is about our office, and then continue. I will introduce my project also here. Whenever you have any question, you can stop me, and then you can ask me about it. You can ask me. So this is the Indonesia, and then we are doing the Gambu Restorasi project in the Jambi province. My office, Jambi office in a Kota Jambi. Maybe all of Indonesian people, you already know the Kota Jambi, the capital of the Jambi province. There is a river here. We call it Batanghari River. Anybody from Jambi here? No.
I don't. If there are probably they haven't spoken yet. Maybe though there's one from Bahriatus Syahada. My school in 2019 held camp at Eco Edu Tourism Forest, and he said it was very good there for camping.
That's right. So my office is near to the Batanghari River, and then there is an airport in south east area of Jambi Kota. It takes 1.5 hours from Jakarta to the Jambi by airplane. I believe now we have only like a 4 flight from Jakarta to the Jambi right now because of the pandemic. So anyway, I spent around 2 weeks per month here in Jambi. But our project site, you see here, it takes around 1.5 hours by car, and then it's between the Muara Jambi and then Tanjung Jabung Timur. This is the picture that I found on internet, and then this is a satellite picture in 2015 September. This protected area in the yellow line, the gambut, the peatland, was burnt. That was the beginning of our project. And then 2015 there was another big burnt. 2015 September we lost most of our protected area.
Oh, that's
12,000 hectares we lost. Actually, this area we still have the Sumatra tiger and bears. There are a lot of the animals too there, and we lost all of them right now. This is some short video during the fire. One of the Korean journalists went there and then took the video during the burning. Then most of the Korean people now realize that it's not only like an issue in Indonesia, but also it's an issue in Korea also. We can see the news about the burning in a peatland area every dry season, especially like June, July, August, something. So now every Korean people know that the issue about the peatland fire in Korea.
That sounds very reassuring to hear.
But actually, the peatland is very beautiful. You get a little bit inside here. This is the real original peatland.
This is the original one.
Through the river, there is a village. So if we want to access to get into the village, we need to use the river only. There is no other the ground road from the Kota from the Jambi to this village. And at the back of the village, there is a very beautiful gambut peatland area. Actually, the gambut is like a swamp. It's a wetland. So if we leave it by itself, we don't need to worry about the fire because this is a wetland. But to use this area for the certain purpose, the people make it a canal and then make it dry out this area, so easily can get the burn this area. In 2016, we had the MOU between two countries, and then 2022, just last month, I made the opening ceremony in the Jambi, opening of our office ceremony in Jambi. But because of the pandemic, I couldn't invite any people from Korea, so we made it the online opening ceremony.
Oh yeah, I can see the camera there. Is it live stream?
It's not. Yeah, it's that one is the speaker from Korea Forest Service. Yeah, it was a live streaming. And then I got a little help from the local scout council during that time. So this project designed to achieve the SDGs also through our project. And as I told you, we have a new Southern policy. So quite big support from the central government to carry on this project in Indonesia. And then these are the object what we're gonna do, what we're gonna achieve after our project. Then our main project activities and in this 6 activities area. So nearby our protected gambut area, there is 10 villages, and we will do some community service in these 10 villages too.
What kind of community service exactly?
It's up to their demand. Whenever I went to the village, they have different issues in their condition. So some villages want to build a bridge, and some villages want to what else? Like want to have some equipment for beekeeping, or some equipment, beekeeping, or some
ternak lebah.
Villages want to have like a speedboat for the fishing, something. So each village has their own issue and their own agenda. So as long as our budget is allowed, we do like to cooperate with the village people to do their community to do our community service with them. So they are we make it like a less chance to make a fire in the gambut protected gambut area.
I see.
And then this is the area that we want to revegetation.
Reboisasi in Indonesia.
Yeah, revegetasi around 200 hectare in a
2,000 hectares.
Yeah, Haelge Londrang area. So if we get inside, you still can see some timber which was burned a few years ago. There is no big trees, pohon in Dalam Londrang. Everything was gone already. So sakit sekali. So we're gonna make it revegetation in this area. So the tiger and the bears will come back again very soon. And also at the same time, I want to build a mini education center in the village of Jati Mulyo. So the people can get trained why we need to protect the peatland area. And also, I want to use this area for the scout movement. I can invite a young scout to this place to do some scout activities.
Have you invited the local scouts before?
Actually, I have met the scout executive in the Jambi local council, and then I have briefly introduced about this one, and then he was very happy. But anyway, I spend around 2 weeks per month in Jambi area, so I can hang out and I can discuss some more details with the scout leaders in the Jambi area.
I see.
Yeah, some activities with the young kids. And also we want to promote this project in the international forums. I already allocated some budget to this. So let's watch a little short video about our project. All of those pictures are taken by our drone. So real Jambi peatland area.
Oh, this is taken by drone.
Yeah. So I want to buy some more drones for the drone, fire, petrol, troop something. So with the local people there. So this is not the easy project. Probably I need to get some support, some help from the local scout in Jambi area. So we can find a lot of the things that we can achieve together. Then I believe that is one of the reasons why I choose as a project manager here in Indonesia. Very sure after our project 2 years later we can find tigers here. Now even we lost all the timbers, but Indonesia has a good nature condition to plantation. So once we plant the timbers here, in 2-3 years we can have some tree. In 5 years we can have the good forest. Possible in Korea, because in Korea we have a winter too, but Indonesia, I believe in 5 years we can have a good forest. Alright, so this is the end of my presentation.
That is a very interesting one, Mr. Justin. Thank you.
Oh, really?
Well, it's interesting in a different way from the Jamboree, because well, it's a different topic. Oh, we have someone that raised hand to Kak Fadlan.
Fadlan,
please.
Okay. Thank you. May I ask you for some discussion, maybe? So, okay. Before that, may I introduce myself? My name is Fadlan. I was commissioner of honorary commission of University of Indonesia Rover Scout. I was a mechanical engineer, and I was a mechanical engineer student, and I was also a remote pilot for drone.
Oh.
I want to ask you, or maybe have some discussion. We all know that if fire happen in pitland, it is almost impossible to take it out. Like, it's very hard. I have a lot story of pitland fire from my professor, Professor Yulianto. If you ever meet, yeah. I have an idea that when the fire still have only a little spot, we can still take it out. Like, but if it going large, it's real hard. Maybe we can use a drone to find that. Today, there are many drones that have capability for thermal imaging. How do you see that? Or maybe have you used thermal imaging drone to find local fire spot?
Yes, we are considering to use the drone to check the temperature of the land also. But as long as we have some patrol team, we can use the drone to check the temperature of the pitland area. But actually, the best way is to have a tower, a very long tower, 45 meters something, and then install the camera to check the temperatures of the pitland. But it costs a lot. So temporary, as you mentioned, we would like to drone patrol team. We would like to use the drone patrol team. It was not set up yet, but we still want to have some guideline from the our expert group regarding this issue. Probably, as you mentioned, we can have some guideline to use the drone to check the hotspot in the pitland area. As you mentioned, once we already got the fire at the pitland, it's almost impossible because the ground is burning. It's not like a timber. Pohon is burning. Ground is burning. That's the reason. Yeah, ground is burning. There is a reason why almost impossible to turn off. But the best way is avoid the any like we call it hotspot. Find the hotspot as quick as possible and then give some moisture and make it wet in the hotspot as quick as possible. That is what we are considering, and the drone gonna be the very good equipment. Thank you very much for your good idea.
Thank you, Mr. Fadlan, for the question tentang penggunaan drone di dalam usaha restorasi pitland in Jambi. Okay, probably a question from me next. Mr. Justin, what should we do if we like to contribute in this effort to restore the pitland in Jambi?
Okay, so I I feel guilty also. Like once I finished my military service 15 years ago, I moved in Indonesia and I work in the timber business. Probably during that time, maybe I tried to find that the timber material in the cheap price and the good quality one. So maybe I made some negative effect to our forest. So I regret a lot. 15 years later, right now, I came here again to revegetation in Indonesia. Before I come here, I didn't know about the pitland. Probably the Korean students and the Korean people, we don't know about the pitland. We know the forest fire in Indonesia, but we don't know about the pitland.
You don't have pitland in Korea?
We don't have a pitland in Korea. Indonesia and Siberia and Brazil and Russia, those area you have the pitland, but in Korea we don't have a pitland. So we don't know why the pitland is quite important and how we need to treat pitland. We have no idea. So the best way for you is you just pay attention about the pitland, and if you have any friends, talk about this issue, the fire in the pitland, and then find the reason why we need to reserve, why we need to protect the pitland area, not only in Indonesia but also in whole around the world. That is the asset of our human beings, not only Indonesians.
Yeah, we need to increase our awareness, yes, not
Yes,
just Indonesia,
exactly.
but for the whole world too.
So if you have any activities, even like collecting the garbage in pitland area, maybe you can post that kinds of the pictures on Facebook and Instagram, so the your people in out of the Indonesia, they can be interested in what pitland, what does it mean pitland, and they can Google it, and then they can realize that the importance of the pitland.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Justin, for the answer. Is there anyone else that would like to ask a question?
Mr. Justin, I would like to ask. Is that okay? What are the key performance or indicators of your program in Jambi?
Actually, we have three main items, activities we need to do. The first one is revegetation, 200 hectares. That is the first one. And the second one is local community service, as I told you, 10 villages nearby the protected area. Training there, give some program, and if they need, we provide some equipment to their livelihood, for their livelihood. And the third one is a mini education center. So we can give the training our local people, not only local people, but also if somebody interested in the pitland, we can bring them to that area and they give training and then education, something. So these three main activities are main activities for our project.
Yes, that's a great. Saya ingin menjelaskan di kalau bahasa Indonesia. Jadi sebelum kan rusak, setelah membenahinya, Mr. Justin juga melakukan perencanaan ulang untuk untuk terus berjalan, terus reboisasinya terus lanjut seperti itu.
Could you help me to translate?
Yes, I think Poppy already done it well. Poppy, would you like to add another things?
That's all, I think.
Okay. So that's good. But this is the kind. It can be the kinds of the one simple example only. In Indonesia, even in Jakarta, there are many Korean agencies here. Not only Korea Forest Indonesian Center, but also most of the Korea department from the central government. They send some office or agency here in Jakarta, and then they would like to find a good cooperation project together with the Indonesian people, Indonesian group, Indonesian local government too. So please pay attention to this kinds of agency. They have many kinds of the internship also. So Korean Rover also, please pay attention that kinds of internship program in any agency and any offices in abroad the country. So you go there and then you work there as an intern and then get experience. But as a scout, once you have that kinds of a chance, please find any scout rovers there and then make a cooperation together. I'm very sure 100%, 200% they will give you the full support to you as the scout brother and sisters. And Indonesian rovers also, please find these kinds of chances to cooperate together. Based on my cooperation experience through the scout movement, I was selected as as a project manager and work here. I don't know. I don't have any background of the forestry, only some career in the timber industry only. But when they see my resume, they think like a scout movement and the scout leader career is quite like very impressive to them. They believe that the scout leader and scout can be the right person to organize many kinds of events, many kinds of projects, and then how to cooperate with the local people, how to organize the local event, something. That is it was the main the reason why they choose me as a project manager. So, through the Your Scout movement, please have a much experience, and then when you get this kinds of the job, please find that that kinds of field too. These kinds of the how do you call it, ODA market is getting bigger and bigger. Now only because of the pandemic, sementara sedikit berhenti aja. Tapi saya rasa sebentar lagi kita buka lagi aja, pasti perlu orang banyak sekali. Terus orang Indonesia itu please pay attention for this kinds of market, and you need to go to the whole around the world, not only Indonesia, whole around the world. Keluar dari Indonesia ke mana-mana aja.
That's a very maybe we could get some subsidy or something.
Ada yang ingin bertanya lagi? Jika ada yang ingin bertanya, langsung saja bisa raise hand atau bisa di chat box.
Let's wait for 10 seconds. We
Yes,
have
ada Kak Fazio.
Hello everyone. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Fazio Alazza Muhammad as the MC, and I would like to ask about the for the persons who want to contribute but who have a very busy schedule. Is there any other channels they can participate? For example, like donations, etc. For the revegetation in Jambi.
Udah ada proses buka tuh.
Telepon awak mati gak maju?
Telepon apa? Telepon biasa. Mati lah.
Iya.
Okay. Can I answer right now?
Yes, to all participants, please mute your microphone. Thank you. Please continue, Mr. Justin.
Very much. That is a good question too. If you visit our Instagram or Facebook page, you can see what kinds of activities we are doing. For example, last month we had a photo contest. So if any young generation who are interested in the forest or nature or something, they went out and they took a picture. And then we had a photo contest, and then selected the photos was this we had an exhibition at the Mangala Wanabakti. So it was quite the Ibu city, the minister was pay big attention to that experience. And then the how do you call it, the first prize got the kalau enggak salah 2 juta for the first prize. So not only for that, we still setiap 3 bulan 4 bulan kita punya activities pakai seperti itu. Sebentar lagi kita mau buka kontes video lagi. Terus siapapun boleh masuk untuk competition. Kalau nggak salah bulan 7. Terus sering masuk ke Facebook dan Instagram page kita bisa still komunikasi.
Baik, terima kasih Kak Justice atas jawabannya.
Terima kasih.
Saya
mau coba bahasa Indonesia sedikit saja.
Oke, boleh. Silahkan Kak Justin.
Silahkan Kak Justin.
Yeah, this for your training too. I understand that learning language you need a lot of trainings and to use it in your daily life. Okay, it is now 16:40. Tidak terasa sudah acara kita tinggal 20 menit lagi. Sekarang this is now the time for the free Q&A session. If you like to unmute your mic, please raise your hand. Pertanyaannya bisa bebas, boleh tentang Jamboree ataupun boleh tentang Pitland in Jambi.
Saya rasa orang rover di Indonesia mungkin mereka mau tanya ke rover di Korea juga ya, bukan ke saya aja, dan Mr. Simon Lee juga. Terus apa aja mau tanya silakan, bukan ke saya aja.
Silakan kakak-kakak yang ingin bertanya.
I would like to make one correction for my presentation.
Okay, Mr. Simon Lee, please continue.
I'm really sorry to change of my word is actually not my word. Regarding the fee category, is I confuse with India and Indonesia. So Indonesia is category B. Category B. So the registration fee is $300, not $100. Category A is $100 and B is $300. But this 300 is applicable. Sorry to change for this, but this is still cheaper than the North America Jamboree and even the Japan Jamboree. So this 100, 300, 500, and 900, all categories are cheaper than the 2 or even 3 previous Jamborees. Sorry to make a correction about this. For Indonesia is category B, $300. Thank you, and sorry for my apologies for mispresenting earlier. Thank you.
Hey, thank you so much, Mr. Simon Lee, for the correction. I think there was someone that just raised hand earlier. To the earlier participants, would you like to raise your hand again? We have another one from Kak Fadlan. For the note, untuk catatan, peserta boleh tanya dalam bahasa Indonesia ya. Kalau misalnya Mr. Justin tidak mengerti, nanti akan saya translasikan ke bahasa Inggris.
Akan dibantu oleh Kak Agyo untuk menerjemahkannya. Untuk Kak Fadlan, dipersilahkan.
Okay. Before the topics, I think many of us here want to ask about Jamboree and Korea Scout. But before that, I want to tell you that University of Indonesia Scout have some pilot drone. So if one day we can have collaboration, please feel free to ask us. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Justin, we actually have a lot of questions here in the chat box. Some are already answered by Miss Lisa. Thank you, Miss Lisa. Let's see. What is this is a general question here. What is the difference from Indonesian Scout and Korean Scout?
Differences between Korean Scout and Indonesian Scout, but you didn't invite me to the physical Scout event yet, so I couldn't get a chance to get an experience in Indonesia Scout. So please invite me.
And Mr. Justin, I'm very curious about this one. Is there any meaning about the colors? We have different scarf.
Okay.
Do you want to explain to us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was joking. So anyway, I already got a permission from our chief commissioner to be the representative to Korea Scout Association's representative to Indonesia. So whenever you have any chance, maybe I can as long as I can get a free time, I can join to your event as a Korean Scout and Korean Scout leaders. So feel free to contact me. What I see Indonesian Scout, like I know that you guys have the biggest membership membership in the world. So Indonesia Scout is the biggest organization in the world, what I know. So whenever I go in Indonesia, even to the very kampung-kampung, masih ada scout pakai baju itu scout uniform.
Pramuka, iya.
Ya, pramuka. Saya sangat senang. So if possible, I would like to keep some souvenirs in my pocket all the time. And then I have some budget to make a souvenir in our office. Without any permission of our director, I put some scout logo on it. I give to the local young students there, and even our promotion material in our office. Also, there is many pictures of the scout pictures in our promotion material in our office. So, what I feel the biggest difference is we can find the scout anywhere in the world very easily. So we can reach them very easily, and then they have a very strong organization. So whenever we want, whenever Indonesian Scouts want to organize something, they work very properly and very well. That is quite like a big differences between Indonesia and Korea, based on my experience.
Okay, we still have some related questions here. So you know, in Indonesia that scouting is mandatory from primary school until high school. So how it is in Korea? Is it voluntary or maybe is it kind of mandatory?
We have two types of the scout troops in Korea. The first one is a school-based troop, and the second one is a community-based troops. So if you want to join the scout troop in school, you can join. Number two, if you want to join scout troop in the community, you still can join the community-based troop too. It's not like a wajib. There is another kind of scout, youth movement, not only scout, like RCY or RCA or other youth movement in Korea. Want to join any kinds of the scout youth movement, they are free to join any type of the youth movement in Korea. If you don't want to join, it's still free. You can go back home and you can watch TV, you can watch YouTube, no problem.
So it's not mandatory in any way, tidak wajib. Tidak.
No, not really.
Okay, that's the interest. Let's see. This is next we have Jamboree questions for everyone. What are your hopes for the 2023 Jamboree participants?
By myself, as I told you, I was a participant to 1991 17th World Jamboree, and then I really appreciate to all the scout leaders during that time, because the World Jamboree in 17th World Jamboree in 1991, it changed my whole life. The world that I can feel, world that I can see through the World Jamboree was totally different. Before go to the World Jamboree, I can see the world through the books and then study in the schools only like Germany is a developed country, United States is a very big country, China has a very big population, that kinds of things. But the world that I can see through the World Jamboree in 1991 was totally different. There was a very strange country also, very strange name, like Papua New Guinea. I have never heard that kinds of the country before. I was still young, so maybe. And what else? Many kinds of very small countries. The world was so big. the world was so different before. So so the impact to the young boy of the World Jamboree was so strong. So I realized that the stage of my life is not only limited in Korea but also in the world. Not only developed country but also like a very strange country. Not only in like European or America but also Africa or other like Pacific island something. So after World Jamboree I'm not gonna limit myself to the my limitation. My limitation was totally changed. So I want to give that kinds of impact. I want to give that kinds of the experience to the young generation to in Korea through our next World Jamboree. So probably our Indonesian rovers, so you are also you need as a IST you need to support us to give that kinds of impact to our young generation in Korea. Please come and support us.
Can I add? Can I add some more on top of the Justin's answer?
Yes, please, Mr.
Okay,
Simon.
the first one, previous question, whether the Korea Scouting is the mandatory or not. Yes, we are not mandatory. And the second question, what is the number of anticipated participation? So we are targeting 50,000, 50,000. So which is the 40,000 troop participant, including adult leader. The troop participant is 40,000 and IST is 10,000. So in total, 50,000. This is much bigger than all previous record. So in 2007, in the United Kingdom was 37,000, and in Sweden, 2011 was the 39,000, and Japan goes down in 2015, 33,000, and 2019, the North America was just over 40,000, but we are targeting 50,000. The reason why we are not expecting any other regions participation. They are coming same as all previous one, but we are adding another 10,000 because of Asia. So especially the biggest the membership, the country, Gerakan Pramuka, I think their Gerakan Pramuka can coming 5,000 members among the 27 million thousand. So usually Gerakan Pramuka participated 200, 300 participants to the World Scout Jamboree. But this time, I'm sure Gerakan Pramuka will send 5,000 members to the Korea World Scout Jamboree. So that's why we are making the 50,000 target of the participant. So any one of the country cannot make it. Reason why I'm suggesting 5,000 or expecting 5,000 is any one of the country cannot make it more than 10% of participation. So 50,000, maximum is 5,000. I'm sorry to talk to Gerakan Pramuka. We can only invite 5,000 only. So can we say satu pramuka and then make it 5,000? How can you say 5,000 in the Indonesian word?
5,000. 5,000.
5,000. Okay, can we say like this? Raise your hand with the scout sign. Satu pramuka 5,000. Can we try, everybody? Can you try, everybody? Please, everybody. Everybody. Yes. Everybody, now start. Satu pramuka 5,000. 5,000 from Gerakan Pramuka.
5,000.
Thank you. So this is the return to you, brother.
Satu pramuka 5,000.
You please send one aeroplane from Korean Air to pick up our scout.
Yes, not only one, 2 or 3, yes.
Okay, that has been a very interesting questions. We have a participant that has raised hand. Kepada Kak Anita, dipersilahkan.
Terima kasih. First, I want to introduce myself. 안녕하세요. 저는 아니타입니다. I will asking about how the government in Korea make an idol to join or be participate in scout, because I hear BTS to join the jamboree, so I feel so happy, and I will asking that how the government can make an idol to join the scout. Thank you.
Okay, this is the guarantee. One of the idol, but I already answered about that. The BTS is the still keeping, they are the top rank in the world. BTS will be coming. But if any other idol or is raising up at that time, they are coming instead of BTS. And also, how can we make it this? Our government is the strongly support our operation. So Jamboree operation, the registration fee means what you are paying, either $100, $300, is only 47% of total budget. So which is 35 million US dollars. Only 47%, less than half we are collecting from the participant. We are using for the operation only. Others, more than half is coming from the government. They are helping for the Jamboree. So that means we have a room, can invite BTS or any other idol star. So don't worry about Anita Septiani.
Yes,
Guaranteed
yes,
to you, BTS or any other idol star will greet you in Korea in Saemangeum.
Yay, 감사합니다.
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 Okay, thank you to Kak Anita for the questions about BTS. Sadly, we are approaching the end of our events. It is already 16:58. Tidak terasa, time flies very fast when we are having fun.
Kita sudah berada di ujung acara.
Silahkan Gea, ditutup.
Okay. Thank you to Mr. Justin, Mr. Simon. Kamsahamnida. Setelah sesi tanya jawab ini berakhir, sebelum kita akhiri, alangkah baiknya kita berfoto dulu bersama.
Oh.
Now, let's take a picture first.
Group photo session.
Yes, indeed.
Photo session.
Everyone, please turn on your cameras.
Dulu Kak, mohon izin.
I suggest everyone salute. Yeah, satu pramuka. I suggest everyone salute. Follow the brata.
Oke, siapa yang motret?
Aryo.
Sudah Aryo.
Let me change my
How many pages? Yeah.
Actually, I think it's better if Zio, the MC, can take a picture for us. Since I'm handling the stream.
Zio bisa dihitung mundur ya sebelum kita mulai foto.
Okay. Give me a few seconds.
Page 1, page 2, please count.
In total, there are about 5 pages. So, alright. I'm going to go first with the first page. Okay. I'm going in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Please hold a sec. Going on to the second page. We're going on second page in about 3, 2, 1. Okay. Going on to the page.
Total participants are 116.
Page, get ready. 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Just two more.
Two more pages.
Two more.
Okay.
Oh, tangan sakit.
Yes.
Sabar, Mr. Justin.
Going on in 3, 2, 1. Okay, now final page. Going in 3, 2. Wait a minute. 3, 2, 1. Okay, everybody can relax now.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
sebelum Gea nutup ya, before Gea close this conversation online officially on behalf of National Headquarters of Indonesia Scout Gerakan Pramuka, I would like to say thank you very much for the key speaker, Mr. Justin Kim Yong Hyun, as well as our great and honored guest, Mr. Simon Hang Bok Ri, the Chief Commissioner of Korea Scout Association, also Ms. Lisa Kim, the rovers leaders of KSA, and also Lee Hani, as well as Mr. Junggun Song. And also thank you for the University of Indonesia Scout Rovers to organize this conversation very well. And we are learning so much, including World Scout Jamboree. Our conclusion is Korea Scout Association is very seriously prepared the World Scout Jamboree 2023 and wants to please to make it happy all the participants. We are really appreciate that. Do you want to add something, Mr. Ri? Mr. Simon?
Yes. Satu Pramuka Lina Libu.
Yeah. Actually, if I follow what Mr. Ahmad Rusdi, our international commissioner, has just said in our last workshop, our national headquarters is now exploring the possibility of sending 1,000. It's already big number for Indonesia. And we do hope that the pandemic coronavirus can be controlled, can be managed as soon as possible. Although we learned that according to the International Airline Association, it takes 5 years to make the connections between cities internationally back to normal like before COVID. I'm referring to the cost of airfare, which is now very expensive. So let's pray and work together to control pandemic virus corona in our countries. And then 2023, everything will come back to normal and we can do our scout events like before. So thank you very much, Kamsahamnida, to Mr. Simon Ri, Mr. Justin, and Mr. Lisa and her team. And also thank you for Rachana Kalpafriksa to organize this event very well. Okay, back to you, Gea, to close this event officially.
Thank you, Kak Prakata. Tugas saya dan Aryo telah selesai. Pada gitu, sebelumnya saya ucapkan terima kasih untuk teman-teman atas diskusinya. Semoga ilmunya bermanfaat untuk semua. Tugas saya dan Aryo telah selesai. Maka dari itu, acara ini saya serahkan kembali kepada MC, kepada Kak Papagio, dipersilahkan.
Terima kasih, thank you very much, Kak Gea dan Kak Aryo sebagai moderator, Kak Justin, Mr. Simon Ri, dan semua peserta dan semua partisipan yang ada di sini. Thank you juga untuk South Korean Rover Scout yang telah bergabung pada acara hari ini. Thank you juga, tidak terlupakan kepada komite acara yang mengorganisir acara ini sampai sukses. Untuk penutupannya, marilah kita tutup event Ngabuburit pada sore hari ini dengan berdoa menurut kepercayaan masing-masing. Let's pray before we close this event. Berdoa dimulai. Let's the pray begin. Berdoa selesai. Saya mohon maaf, forgive me jika ada kekurangan, karena segala kesempurnaan hanya dimiliki oleh Tuhan yang Maha Kuasa. Semoga kesehatan dan keberkahan berada pada di sisi kita. May all the blessings and health be on our side, and may the relations between Indonesian Rover Scouts, South Korean Rover Scouts be much stronger after this. Come on, let's join the Korean Scouts Jamboree 2023. Do not miss it. Thank you. Kamsahamnida. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam Pramuka.
Salam Pramuka. Kakak-kakak sekalian, kami juga akan masih ada mengadakan satu episode lagi acara Ngabuburit Kuy, yaitu
minggu depan ya.
Ada minggu depan. Mohon silakan bisa hadir lagi ya. Ditunggu kehadirannya.
Salam Pramuka.
Oke. Undang teman-teman kakak-kakak semua.
감사합니다. 되겠습니다.
Thank you, Mr. Simon, Mr. Justin.
감사합니다.
Stay safe, stay healthy.
커미셔너님
Thank
수고하셨어요.
you. See you again.
Selamat berbuka puasa.
See you again in Korea.
사랑해요.
사랑해요.
Salam Pramuka.
Salam.
Salam.
Salam kakak, terima kasih sekali lagi.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih
Terima
kak.
kasih kak.
Terima kasih kak.
Kamsahamnida.
Kamsahamnida. Terima kasih banyak. Selamat berbuka puasa. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Terima kasih minggu depan.
Okay. Allows me to close this Zoom. Okay, application with thank you very much and please apology if there is some discrepancies during the event. Dan terima kasih Kak Aryo, terima kasih Kak Popi, terima kasih Kak Rafasio, Kak Gea, Kak Rama, Ramadan yang sudah menyiapkan ini jauh-jauh hari, Kak Fadlan, Kak Isa, siapa lagi yang belum saya sebut ya, seluruh anggota panitia. Ya, mohon maaf apabila saya selama ini banyak memberikan advice, mudah-mudahan bermanfaat.
Mr. Justin, I'm looking forward to our next interactions.
Okay. Yunggen Song, when are you going to Jakarta?
Me?
Yes.
I'm in Jakarta right now, sir.
No. Yunggen Song.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, I'm really want to go to Jakarta and
Yes. So when?
After COVID pandemic.
Oh, that means after 2025.
We're good friends in the Indonesia embassy to Korea, so it's no problem to issue the new urgent visa to him. So
Yes.
don't worry about the visa. And then I have available room here in the sleepy area.
Then I can go anytime. I can go anytime.
Okay. Especially
Feel free to come
this
to
time. This is
Indonesia.
we have a third or fourth wave of coronavirus pandemic, especially in India and in Europe. Hopefully in Indonesia is getting better. And how about you, Lee Hani? When are you going to Jakarta? Nanang Indonesia kita imida. Oke. Ya, terima kasih Kak Ariana sudah hadir. Yes. Kak Bambang Wahyudianto baru bergabung ya. Acara sudah selesai Pak Bambang.
이한희 씨 한 말씀 해주세요.
Yes.
I will go to Jakarta after pandemic too.
So, meaning after 2025.
Yes, with Songgen.
After Simon Gum,
we will go together. Yes.
Yeah.
Feel free to come to University of Indonesia.
So, Mr. Chairman, today I introduced the 3 Korean rovers. Whenever you want to contact, probably you can contact to the Mr. Lisa. Do you have a contact details, right?
Not yet, but
Okay.
you can help us.
Yeah, I can share the contact details of the Lisa. So whenever you have some contact in Korean rovers, so you can find
Yes.
Mr. Lisa, and then you can have a
감사합니다.
more younger activity.
I'm more than happy. I'm more than happy to have their contact. Okay, thank you very much again. Allows me to close this Zoom.
고생하셨습니다. 나갑니다.
감사합니다.
감사합니다.
Bye bye.